How's it going? I know it's late. I figured I'd do a quick live. I didn't know if I'd have good enough signal, so if I don't, I'm gonna give it up. Rizzo, I am scary. What's up, Juan? TK? TK's asleep. Watching UGA Bulldogs beat down Notre Dame. Big Billy, what's up? No rest for the wicked. Yep. Look what I got from Bancroft. These things are pretty cool. Let's see if I got one from Convoy. Check it out. What's up, Daniel? They were giving these out at the truck show. They have mints. Here, this is a better. They got mints and toothpicks. Now, you don't want to open one of these while going down the road because, number one, these are impossible to reclose. Number two, they go everywhere, and these look mysteriously like mini thins. Eddie the Beast took them from us. Anyways, what's up with everybody? Hey, check it out, guys. I'll show you something. See the flashing lights? That's the street light. That is the street light in the parking lot. Evidently they bought LEDs and they've been flashing like Christmas tree lights. So the people facing that light are probably going to be highly annoyed. Daniel, hey, guess what? I got some good news. Did you get your license back? Are you a truck driver again there, Daniel? What else is going on, everybody? All right, good. I hope no one has epilepsy. Yeah, that's right. You're a big truck driver again. Woohoo! So am I. I got one of these. Vroom, vroom, vroom. So, did you guys go see Steve Berger's first live feed? He's trying to figure stuff out, man. He's got some interesting stuff to say once he gets the live thing going. He's going to talk about his truck buying experience. And then, let's see, who else? Who else can I promote? You got Christian Trucker. Tried to, my signal was crap. Daniel says, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, 2 days early for my delivery, and I'm at the receiver. Looks like a restart for you. Big Rich is also sitting in Charlotte. Well, Daniel and Big Rich, you ought to hang out. TK, can you go live now? Yep, another one. Another restart. Uh-oh. My AC just quit on my APU. See if it comes back. Let's see here. Oh, I know what happened. Let's see. It was cool enough in here. So, sorry about that, guys. What I missed? Did you guys make fun of me? I'm antisocial. That's why I'm a truck driver. Yeah. Snorlord and Eddie, what's up? It's pretty chilly outside. Where are you at? I'm in Oklahoma. I'm in Chakotay. however you say it, where Carrie Underwood's from. I've yet to see that chick, though. I'm going to guess if she's really from Chakotah, she's not hanging out at the Flying J. Yeah, I was shut down for about 60 hours or so, and now I got to do another 34 so I can have a fresh 70 for the week. Yeah, I've been running a little bit harder than I normally do, trying to make up. With my week starting from Tuesday, I've actually had a pretty decent revenue this week. I'm looking at, not exactly how much I'm looking at, but it's going to be decent nonetheless. Load I took from Missouri to Texas paid really good. And then the load I got now had some good news. And is it Chakotah? Okay. I thought it was a live unload for 8 o'clock tomorrow night, but it says it's a drop and hook. So that means I got enough time to probably get there, drop the trailer, and get home. Maybe. Like the guy off of Star Trek. Yeah, that's what I thought of. Larry Fisher starting school on Monday. Well, Larry, good luck to you, man. CDL school was a bit of a challenge for me because there was a lot of things I was kind of ahead of my class with, but at the same time, the school I went to, you back and you back and you back and you back and you back. And by the end of the day, man, I was burnt out on trucks, backing, diesel, everything. Jeffrey, what's up, man? I hope things are getting better for you. I'm aware of partially your situation. Hope all is well in your world, sir. All right, Jeffrey, what's your question? Jeez, come on. Big Rich, I'm going to make a video for the new guys soon. Give me my thoughts on what some people should expect. That's a good idea, Rich. When I first started, there wasn't a whole lot of YouTubers. You had Trucker Steve, you had Eskimo Sean, you had Tex Crowley, and those are the only ones I knew about. The rest of the trucking YouTube videos were basically recruiter or CDL school videos that were like from the 80s. Stretch, EOC, what's up? Steve, do you think that Gateways to Annihilation is Morbid Angel's best album? I don't know. I have to brush up on the post Vincent stuff. I like it, but I'd have to go back and listen to. I haven't listened to Morbid Angel in quite a while. I have everything up to, well, H was the last one, Heretic, right? Well, no, they got the I. That was that disappointment they put out a couple of years ago. Jeffrey, give me the number for your hairstylist. You think they can make hair grow on my bald spot? Jeff, my hair has been the same length for 20 years, dude. My hair ain't growing. I'm just better at hiding it. A lot of the big guys are owner-op now, so not a lot of info for the new guys. Yeah, that's true. Big Billy, LOL. Jeffrey's trolling you. Yeah, he sure is. Oh, Trucker 2 Times. I remember him. I didn't watch a whole lot of his stuff. There was a few out there I didn't really watch a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, Trucker Steve was the first YouTube trucker I saw. Yeah, same here, Daniel. I think one of his best videos, he has 2 really good videos. Or the 2 that stand out is, one, what's the toughest thing for a driver? And then there was another one where he's like pretending to fight with his wife on the phone. He slams the phone down, and I think it's called Driver Sacrifice. I think that's a really great one. For those of you who don't remember, Trucker Steve, his youngest son, that you see in the video, one of his videos, is passed away in a fire. I can't imagine losing a child. So, you know, kudos to him for, you know, rising above all that, recovering from that. That was way back in 2009. Yeah, that was when I first started, man. My first YouTube driver was Jerry Ott. I don't know if I'm familiar with him or not. Larry Fisher, Jeffrey, I've seen your garden. Just plant some chia seeds up there. Chia. Have you bought tires through the Big O? Siraj, no. I tried to twice. Here's the thing. So when I blew one of my super singles, I bought it through them as kind of an emergency. They made it easy. All I did was call. You know, it only took 2 phone calls, and they just billed me. I think they took it out of my settlement. But when I was wanting to replace all the drives, it was a hassle to the point that I just found drives cheaper on my own and bought them. And then the steers, I remember going to Goodyear, and they couldn't make the discount work. The code wouldn't come up. They couldn't get a hold of anybody at Snyder. So they did their own kind of discounting, and I got a better deal than what you would do at Snyder. So Snyder does not make tire buying easy. And I was reading on Facebook, and a lot of guys just find better deals on their own. Landstar made it easy. All you had to do was call them, tell them what size tire you had, what state you were going to buy it in. Then they told you the price, and they said, go get them. And then they'd bill you so much per week for them. Big Rig Talk, Canadian guy who worked for Celadon. Okay, I might remember him. Hey, Thomas, what's up? So, yeah, Siraj, yeah, Snyder didn't make tire buying easy. The only time they made it easy is when I blew that one. So, and I got lucky. I blew a super single, but it was in the parking lot. I was backing up, and I hear this boom. And suddenly I see my trailer tilting. That was when Steve Berger, it was in Effingham. Steve Berger actually helped me move the trailer aside because I was kind of out in the middle of everybody. Siraj says I'm having a hard time going through them for tires. Yeah, you're the only way it's going to be easy, I think, is if you go to Goodyear or Wingfoot. But even then, if they've never done it before, like the Goodyear that I dealt with, they, you know, it's, you know, they have their own discounts. Here's something a lot of people don't know about tires, okay? So, this is what the tire guy told me. So, you know how at Landstar you have a discount. So, what happens is Landstar buys the tires for, say, $500. And on the street, for the driver, they'd be about $800, okay? This just random numbers, okay? Just kind of giving you guys an idea. And what Landstar will do is they'll sell it to you for $600. So they're still making $100 off of the tire, and you're still getting your discount. It's a win-win for everybody. So that's why sometimes you can go in and make your own deal and get a cheaper price. So a lot of people don't know that about the tire deals that we supposedly have. Any info on F2F? Talk to them. Sounds good. Travel Loco is too mainstream now. Big Rich. I have not. Now, is that the same as Farm to Fleet? F2F? I've seen the F2F trucks. If that's the same as Farm to Fleet, I have not heard good things about them. But that's just an opinion on hearsay. I'm feeling like putting the wrench to it tonight, LOL. Jeff, is everything okay in your world, sir? Snorlord, I really enjoyed your guitar jam the other night. It was awesome. Need to do that more often. Yeah, Thomas, if I did that more often, you guys would find out that I can't really play guitar. No, I appreciate it, man. Christian Trucker suggested to me that I start a separate channel and do the band stuff live. Now, if you follow me on Periscope, I've been known to have full band practices live on Periscope and on Facebook. I haven't been brave enough to do it on YouTube. See, here's the thing with YouTube. No one cared. Well, I shouldn't say no one. When I do a trucking video or a live video related to trucking, I get 500 to 600 views. All my music stuff hasn't even passed 200 views yet. So that tells me in the analytics that people watch me for trucking stuff, not because I'm a musician. But I appreciate the comments. Sorry, Jeffrey, placed in timeout. David Nevers, how's the cat? The cats are fine. Big Rich, yeah, 80% self-dispatch under new management. I would proceed with caution, Big Rich, because I know that a couple of drivers I've talked to were not seeing their settlements on time. I know a Landstar guy that went over there, and he loved it at first because he was getting better deals than he was at Landstar, but then a month later he told me he quit. He said that things were all messed up there, but if they're under new management, who knows? Nailed it, just messing with you, says Jeff. Everything back to normal. Dude, Periscope says I'm your super fan, #1 watcher. Yeah, that's not hard because especially since I don't Periscope that much anymore. I used to Periscope all the time. There's a couple of friends that Periscope, and it seems like in my little circle, Periscope has turned into a, hey, look, I'm off work, or hey, look how much money I'm spending, or hey, look at this new vehicle I just bought. So TK Periscopes a lot. He's in here. He's had a rough week, man. And Burger sometimes Periscopes. Cool thing about Periscope is like Jeff wanted to know about a certain vendor at the truck show, so I was able to do a private Periscope and show him video of the whole sales pitch of that product. So sometimes that can be a good thing. I've made friends through Periscope. That's how I met Steve Berger. That's how I've met TK. And so that's cool. Dude, don't diminish my accomplishments, man. I won't. Hey, Southbound Jay, what's up? So, nothing in particular. I'm kind of surprised I had a signal here. Usually the signal here in Chicote is kind of weak. But maybe these flickering streetlights is kind of helping the signal. So, but I'm kind of excited. I should be on the low board. You guys want some Snyder info? Check this out. So we've gotten like 20 some odd messages about the hurricane. They're actually calling and checking on drivers that live in hurricane infested areas. Mainly Houston and Florida. And I'm keeping an eye on Irma because I got a sister in Florida. I got family there, and I've got a friend of mine that's part of a weather network. He's a meteorologist that he's kind of giving me updates on how and when. I did see that Irma is tracking west and might go to the Gulf of Mexico instead of the Atlantic. Does Snyder have a paid CDL program like Swift? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't know. I do know that there's a school in Indy, and I'm not sure how it's set up. Because when you go to the Indy OC, there's a whole CDL training thing going on. So you'll have to check with Snyder. I never worked on the company side. Big Rich says, this pilot in Charlotte is really ghetto, man. Had some dude try scoping out my truck, wanted me to step outside the truck so he could beg for money. Yeah, that's a little tip. Any newbies watching this, someone comes up to your truck, crack your window that much just so you can hear him. And then say you don't carry cash, and then look tough. Don't believe any story, none of them, And then go to Pale Rider TV's channel. He he had an incident where he could have gotten robbed. You know, some guy was trying, oh, hey, man, there's a problem with the back of your trailer, and he could have gotten jumped. I'm glad that didn't happen. Snorlord, looks like I've got to drive in that darn hurricane. I leave out tomorrow night. Where are you going? I slept with my pistol last night. That's good, says Big Rich. There might be no fantasy festival this year in Key West. Yeah, Key West is getting hammered right now as we speak. Don't do it. Don't do what? Southbound Jay. Taylor, like I said, I wish I had an answer for you. The problem with company paid CDL schools is that they want that money back. So if you quit early, they're going to hound you for it. Usually you're trapped into working for them for 12 to 18 months. However, when you get your CDL and you work for your first company, you want to work a year without quitting anywhere anyways, because, you know, these companies don't like job hoppers. And, you know, you got to show them that you got to stay there for at least 6 months to a year. Atlanta to Macon, Georgia, and then to Columbia, South Carolina, back to Atlanta. Thomas, I think the hurricane is tracking west now a little bit, so it's hitting the west side of Florida. The people that come up to your truck. Oh, okay, yeah. Says Southbound J. Yeah, you got to be real careful, man. It can be bad. I've been known to give some homeless people bottles of water, but not from the truck. And they're usually destitute on the street corner. So, Daniel says, it happened to me a few weeks ago where this old lady was asking drivers for money to pay her rent, but you just never know. She could have been set me up or any other driver who did give her money. Just, yeah, Daniel, yeah, there's every scam out there. There's a guy in Springfield that has approached several friends of mine in the last 8 months. And what he does, he holds up this expensive cell phone, mind you, of some kid in a hospital. And he has this sad puppy dog look. And I have no problem telling him to go away. Because you know why? There's resources for that. I have a friend of mine that his child was born premature, and Ronald McDonald House set him up. So I always have no problem giving the Ronald McDonald House. Not to sound like Scrooge, but there's institutions for people like these homeless people. For your info, watching live and uploading at the same time sucks. Yeah, Billy. I imagine that's not working too well. Big Rich, if I'm not mistaken, when I spoke with Snyder 4 years ago, they didn't offer any training. You had to come from an approved school or have 3 months. Snyder had a training program back in '99. I had to stay a year or pay it back. Might have changed now. So yeah, there's different answers there. Oh, DRN mom just came on bedroom. She says, got to get off here. Look for you and Jeffrey tomorrow. I'll be safe. All right, Thomas, be careful, man. Mom is my wide. I'm assuming you mean wife. Siraj, Snyder will reimburse you $150 a month for your truck driving school. So, the best thing for truck driving school is to find an accredited school and pay for it yourself. I paid with mine with the credit card, and I had it paid off in a year. So, what? That's what I said, Rich. We're back. Sorry about that. I lost everybody. Dang it. I got a loan through Sally Mae to go through school. Well, that's good, Mike. Nailed it. Thomas, better hope she didn't read that. Okay, I'm back, guys. probably lost all of my audience. Yeah, low payments for people that can't afford much. Yeah, that's better than a credit card because credit card payments can be reasonable, but the interest rate is kind of ridiculous. However, did you know the interest rate for a credit card for trucking is tax deductible? Mike's still here. Daniel's still here. Mike joined late. Siraj says, I'm back. Hey, Steve. Hey, Michael Newton. What's going on? Yeah, interest will get you. Yep, tell me about it. Yeah, but check this out, though. My wife is awesome. So there was a time where I racked up, this before trucking, back when I was only making $12 an hour, where I racked up $30,000 in debt. Can you believe that? In 2 years, we had it paid off. 2 years. So it can be done. Dave Ramsey's got a really good program. If you follow it, you can be debt-free. And for the most part, other than the truck stuff, we don't have much debt. We have the house and the credit card, and that's it. And the credit card is not really that high compared to what most other people. We don't have new cars. We don't go out and buy the newest things. We live frugal enough that we're not in debt, but we live okay that we're not like suffering and not going out or anything, not enjoying life. Taylor says, I've been filling out apps to the big companies. I almost went to US Express, but they give you an automatic restriction, so I didn't do that. Taylor, if you're going to go with the mega carriers, I would suggest Prime. Because Prime, you learn, you earn as you learn. You're actually doing real trucking, and then you do some CDL training. You're in top-notch equipment, and I know a couple of people have done well at Prime, learning through their school and everything. So Prime is definitely one I would think about. And then do your year there, and then become an IC over at Snyder. I'm surviving on just my income with the house, missus, and a newborn. Yeah, that's struggle's real, Mike. I get you, man. Is that a free gift from Pilot in your hand? No, it's Perrier. I forgot that it's Driver Appreciation Month, and so far, I haven't got anything for free. Swig of Perrier for the Nimrods. What's an automatic restriction? I believe they train you to get your CDL in automatic, so your license has a restriction on it saying that you can only drive a Class A CDL if it's an automatic. I might be wrong, but that's my assumption. Michael Newton, I follow Dave Ramsey. His program works. Yes, it does. It does. Like I said, we paid off. Now that I know exactly what's going on with my taxes, I'm going to be more aggressive on paying off the credit card that's got the turbo on it. And, and hopefully get some stuff fixed around the house. All right, Billy. Hey, everybody check out Big Billy's channel. He's uploading a video that's going to have some apnea music on it. So, shout out to Billy, man. I appreciate it. Latex operations. What year truck does Snyder do for their 1-year lease? It varies. It could be 2017, 2018. It varies. If they put you in a used truck, it's usually only got a couple, 2 or 3 months in it. It's something that somebody drove for a couple of months and then gave up the program. I had a friend of mine that did the 1-year lease. I think he got his truck. It had like maybe 50,000 miles on it. It looked brand new, brand spanking new. Snyder details these trucks. They are really good about that. When you get a slightly, they call it slightly, gently used. They call it gently used. The truck looks brand new. But yeah, you can get a brand new one. Now, I've heard that the shortest lease they're offering now is only 18 months, not a year anymore. Because they're catching on the fact that these guys are doing one-year leases, then they're getting their own truck somewhere else. But they also know that this program isn't for everybody, and that they know that we need a trial period. So 18 months is probably going to be your best bet. They go by weeks now, by the way. They go by so many weeks. I got a Perrier water for free from the Pilot app. Oh, you did? Okay. How's your 660 doing on miles per gallon? Mike, I've got a 680, and unless you're talking about my old 660, but the 680 is doing great. Right now it's showing 9.1 because I have just driven 1,200 miles with only 17, no higher than 17,000 pounds. And I don't drive like a bat out of hell. I don't, it's weird. When I bring up the Truckin' Pro program, it's showing my fuel mileage at 6. But if I go by the week, I can't find the week that dropped me down. Every week has been like 7s and 8s. So I'm not sure what's going on. I have to check my numbers. I must have entered something wrong. Yeah, Taylor says, yeah, you can't drive 86. You have to go to retest in a stick. I wouldn't want to have to worry about that if I leave U.S. Express. Yeah, that's by design, Taylor. Companies like U.S. Express do that. I think Hogan does that too, because they don't want you to quit. See? Companies want to put on automatics because it's simpler for them, but it also means that you can't just quit and go somewhere else. So that I would stay away from U.S. Express, Taylor. I would look into Prime. I almost went with Prime because of their CDL school setup. If you can't afford to pay for it yourself, that would be the way to go. And but then also you won't be home a lot, so that's the only problem with Prime. Latex, that's what I was thinking of doing. Do the used trucks still come with the warranty? Yes. Most trucks have warranty up to, like, everything is up to 100,000, and then the major components are up to 400,000, 4 years. So yeah, it'll still have the factory warranty on it. Mike says, sorry, it's 680. Yeah, it's all right, man. Crete's new trucks are autos now. Yeah, everybody's going to be switching to autos. I talked to a Snyder driver, a company guy, there during orientation, and I asked him if he was going IC, and he said, no, the only way I'd become an IC is if Snyder made me drive an automatic. It's like, that's kind of a weird method of deciding to become a business owner, because you don't want to do what the company tells you. I get that, but guys, driving an automatic is not a bad deal, man. I've never driven one, so I sound like a hypocrite or an idiot. However, this whole you're not a real truck driver, you drive an automatic, that's for the birds, man. Just don't, the important part is to learn how to drive a truck with a stick, so you're not limited. But then if a company puts you on automatic, so be it, man. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Jeffrey Like, everybody loves and respects him, right? He drives an automatic. You can't sit there and tell me he's not a real truck driver. I wish I kind of had. I almost got an automatic. The new truck that I was looking at was an automatic. I would want to try one out first. But, most of these guys, it's an ego thing. Oh, especially guys with the shifters that are like way up here. I mean, to each his own, but man, come on, dude. Someone told me, oh, that's an old school thing. I said, dude, I don't remember ever seeing stick shifting extenders back when I was a kid. Can't tell me it's an old school thing. Yeah, Taylor says, I just don't want the restriction just in case. Yeah, you don't. Siraj says, I actually enjoy the automatic. Yeah, man, especially the way traffic is, dude. Man. And here's the thing. I have a friend of mine that went from a stick to an automatic back to a stick. And he loved the automatic because it was less stressful. His shoulders didn't hurt anymore. He was more relaxed. Traffic jams didn't bother him as much. That's the only reason why I get bothered with traffic lights. It's not the stopping and going. It's the shifting. So if I had an automatic, man, traffic lights and traffic wouldn't bother me that much at all. Daniel says, I hate my automatic. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Taylor says, right now I work at UPS and I'm poor. I hear you, Taylor. But you're right. You don't want that restriction. So you're doing your research, man. But I would look into Prime's program. Butch says, I'm here now. You can start over. Well, let's see. Let's do a recap. What have I talked about? I talked about these funny mint things. I talked about trucking school. And that's it. Oh, and the lights are flickering out here like, looks like a UFO's landing in the parking lot. So Mike says, if you're making money, don't matter how you get it. Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Did you know that they don't use stick shift trucks in Europe? You're gonna go to England and say you're not a real truck driver? Yeah, it's kind of stupid. I get if you want more control of your transmission, but the whole ego thing is kind of, look at Pale Rider TV. He's old school. He loves his automatic. Daniel says, I had a really good toned left leg and a buffed up right bicep when I had my manual. I hear you. UFOs, yep, Butch. Hoping it'll get probed tonight. Do you have the Pilot app? Yes, Siraj, I do. I love that Pilot app because, man, I've racked up some points by fueling with it. I used it today, as a matter of fact. What's interesting is a friend of mine, he's probably watching this, he told me, and I kind of already suspected I needed to do it, but he said, make sure you buy your fuel before you go into Dallas. So I did. And it was slammed. I bought fuel in Caddo Valley. I'm going to do a video about it. I might upload it. I don't know. And it was slammed. And there was like 2 extra trucks. There was extra trucks all along Arkansas everywhere I looked. Texas, it was like business as usual. Like, I didn't see no fuel lines. I didn't see no closed pumps. It was kind of interesting. But I appreciate my friends giving me a heads up. I already intended to get fuel before I hit Texas anyways. But he hauls gas for a living, so he knows a few things. Why do their trucks look so weird? Whose trucks, Taylor? Prime's? Oh, European. Yeah, well, because they got some tight roads. Those are cab overs. Their sleepers are up high. It's kind of, like, well, so's mine, but, like, the whole sleeper's up on top. Fuel prices are up, Siraj. Yes, they are. It's going to get interesting here, folks. Rates are going to go up. Capacity is going to be in our favor. However, fuel is also going to go up. So, the good news about my fuel costs is that my fuel costs will go back up to what they were when I had the Peterbilt. So, it won't be too much of a hit to me. Also because I keep my right foot behaving. So, you're going to see companies governing their trucks some more. You're going to see a lot of people driving a little bit easier, a little bit slower. And parking is going to become a nightmare come December 18th? because no one will know how to use e-logs. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Loves there in Greenthrup, Illinois. Nice wide open parking lot I showed you guys. Man, when I woke up the next morning, dude, there was trucks in nooks and crannies. I couldn't even think you could get a truck in. You know, and that's going to be the nature of the beast come e-log time. So start preparing now. Super chat to Snorlord. Yeah, I need to buy a GoPro. That Samsung camera I got sucks. I did take some footage with it today, though. But it's getting late. This video is up to 41 minutes. So I think I'm going to get off here. Unless anybody has any more questions. Snore Pro funding. I will say this. There was a certain YouTuber that griped about another YouTuber talking about, you know, they shouldn't be asking for donations. They shouldn't be selling t-shirts. They shouldn't be, you know, says I need to separate myself from that because, you know, I'm not a part of that. But then when you look at his video description, first link you see is his PayPal account for donations, and the second link you see is selling shirts for $35. Can you believe that? Dude, the only shirt I'm going to buy for $35 is this man right here. Iron Maiden shirt. There's not a YouTuber out there, I don't care who it is, that I'm not going to spend $35 on their shirt. Daniel says you can have mine with all the stuff for it for $500. How's the diet going? It's going. I've made a couple of bad choices this week, but not as bad. I have started taking this probiotics, and one of the symptoms of bad gut stuff is cravings. And you know what? I haven't had that many bad cravings this week, so this is making a difference. You know what I had for dinner tonight? I had a little bit of pork roast, I had broccoli and cauliflower, and I had salad. That's what I had for dinner. We won't talk about what I had for breakfast. Breakfast was a bad decision. Morning is my weakness, man. You know, I go in there, I get the coffee, and some of the breakfast stuff looks good, you know, especially McDonald's breakfast. So I'm not perfect, but it's going better than it could be. Oops, must be a West Coast deal. Jeffrey knows who I'm talking about. I just finished eating 2 sandwiches. What kind of sandwiches? What time do I eat dinner? Usually about 8 or 9 o'clock. It's been how I've been shutting down. I know that's bad for you. But, what are you going to do? Football season, says Butch. Yeah. Butch says I was doing great today until today because of football season. Yeah. It's hard to sit there and watch a football game without drinking a beer or soda or chips. Wish sandwiches. Everything on the West Coast costs more. It does. Same thing with the East Coast. That's why I live in the Midwest. Yes, I do like milk. Nailed it. Turkey sandwiches with avocado and Colby Jack cheese. Well, that sounds good. You know the worst thing for you on that sandwich was, Daniel? Was the bread. And Jeffrey says then 4 slices of pizza. You didn't eat like that. If you did, you're not eating for a week. I know you. You got a way better figure than I do. Deep dish, wheat bread. Well, I showed you guys my salad mix and my spinach. I was snacking on spinach earlier. See, check this. I'm a muncher, man, when I go down the road. That's my big issues. Nailed It says, big glass of milk will fill you up. Add some chocolate syrup. No, I'm trying to avoid sugar as much as I can. What I'll do is, you know, some guys snack on chips. I'll snack on this. This is spinach. I always have the munchies going down the road. It's always been a thing. And it sucks because I used to be the kind of person that hated drive-thrus, that hated eating and driving at the same time. And now I almost can't drive without eating. So this has been like a good substitute. I used to do sunflower seeds, but they kind of got hard on my system. Pistachios, same thing. So, but since I've been taking the probiotics, I have not felt the need to snack. So, Butch says, I love spinach. Jeffrey says, big glass of milk would put me in the hospital, so I guess I would lose weight then. Yep, that's one way to do it. If you're lactose intolerant, how can you eat pizza, Jeff? Daniel says, I was going to order pizza, but I was going to be a 3-hour wait, so I said, heck no. Yeah. Carrots are good snacking down the road. Yeah, I used... See, here's a little trick, guys. Put your vegetables, like carrots, celery. Like if you buy the baby carrots, put them in these brown bags. Think about when you go to a farmer's market. Do you see any refrigeration cases there? Refrigeration and moisture speeds up the vegetable process. That's by design, so you have to buy more. What I'll do is I'll buy cauliflower to snack on, broccoli, baby carrots, and celery, and I'll put that in a paper bag, in paper bags, and it lasts a lot longer. It also saves room in your cooler too. Radishes are good too. I love radishes. Ice cream or regular milk is death, says Jeffrey Like. Okay. Mozzarella is really low skim. I always thought they could put me in a coma for 6 months to reset my body and lose weight. Mike, you know, I bet you there might be a treatment in the future. But then you lose muscle too. So that may not be a good idea. And who can take 6 months off? Dude, if I could take 6 months off, I'd lose weight because I wouldn't be out here. Did you know that pistachios are good for your heart? Yes, I did. Have to Google brown bags. Second time I've heard of that. Well, think about it. Nailed it. Your vegetables at the farmer's market aren't refrigerated. Broccoli, carrots, root vegetables don't need to be refrigerated. Lettuce becomes wilty, but not bad. You know, vegetables like grow out of the ground. You know, it's not like meat where, you know, the minute it's cut up, you got to refrigerate it or salt it. You know, vegetables. Trucker Hypocrite Buster. How about some freshly made organic tea with liquid stevia? It's great. Try it. You can plug the tea maker into the inverter. Free ice at most truck stops if you provide your own cup. Trucker Hypocrite. That's a good idea. I do have a little bit of stevia here. Check this out. I have that. What I used to do is I don't know if you guys saw my video, but I put green tea bags into the bottles of water and just let them soak, and then within a day I've got a bunch of bottles of green tea. Then also I'll fill up my coffee cup with green tea. I carry green tea bags. And I also have a coffee maker in the truck too. So Jeffrey says, come work for me, I'll give you 6 months off. Well, when do I start, Jeff? I'd be there tomorrow if you want me to. I'll deliver this load and head up to Michigan. I'll just have to steal Snyder's plates. Why the brown bag? Because it can still breathe? Yeah, I mean, you want to keep it in something, but plastic, it can't breathe. So brown bag, it's like, it breathes. And you want it to breathe because, you know, you're going to put, you know, sometimes like with baby carrots, you got to put paper towel in the bag too because they're wet. See, it's moisture that affects fruits and vegetables. Like strawberries, they get moldy. Why? Because of moisture. If you know, blueberries, they get moldy. Why? Because of moisture. But if you dry them out, they're in their natural state. Just like tomatoes, you don't refrigerate tomatoes. So it's just nature. It's Mother Nature. Daniel asks, is 6 months paid? Yeah, nothing gets paid. Truck payment, insurance payment, trailer payment. I've driven, Southbound Jay says, I've driven 1310 Super 8 and I love my automatic now. See, Southbound Jay gets it. Okay, bring it on. Watch them Michigan roads, says Latex. I always think refrigerator, that makes sense. Yeah. Think about, go to Walmart's produce section. There's a ton of fruits and vegetables that aren't even refrigerated. You know, it's a misconception that you got to refrigerate fruits and vegetables. And that's by design, because they want your strawberries to go bad, so you buy more. So what do? You eat all the strawberries, and then you have to buy more. Or you buy them and they go bad because they're moldy, and then you have to throw them away and buy more. So it's by design. You know, I may be a fat man, but I do know a few tricks, and I know that the food industry is out to kill us, just like the cigarette industry. Use apple cider vinegar as a dressing for your vegetables. It's good for you. It's funny you mentioned that. Check this out. Where is it? I got it right here. You can buy this in the health section at Walmart. It is apple cider vinegar with ginger, cayenne, and maple, and it's organic. And it's got that raw and unfiltered with active mother. That's something a friend of mine told me to do. The only problem is I don't do it enough. As you can see, this bottle's unopened. I had a second bottle, but it's at home. I seen Mr. Like's truck sitting in a pothole in Saginaw one day. Dude, you ain't kidding about Michigan roads, man. The first time I ever went to Detroit, I felt like I went into, like, I felt like what it felt like to go into New Orleans after Katrina. Detroit is bad, dude. And the roads are worse. And I used to deliver to O'Reilly's all the time there in Belleville, Michigan. And there's a bridge there that literally would just rattle anything off that you have up high. It's on the floor by the time you get done with that bridge. Chrome and lights don't make money. No, but you sure look cool. Chrome don't get you home. No, I like chrome stuff. I've thought about getting a chrome visor for the truck, but I think that would affect the aerodynamics, so it's kind of wasted money. It'd be like I don't know, $1,100. I could think of a lot, like tons better things I could pay for with $1,100. Did you get your APU sorted out? No, it's running. It just needs a service, I think. The AC just kicked off because it was nice and cool in here, and that's all it was. I thought it was shutting off, but it wasn't. I might be having a problem with my CPAP machine. It keeps shutting off, though. Latex. Oh, yeah, I was born and raised in Saginaw. I now live in Shreveport, Louisiana. The roads are the same here. Yeah, dude, Louisiana. Oh, man, I despise running Louisiana because of the roads. That and they don't believe in street lights. You practically have to have those off-road lights just to see anything out there. So, but yeah, see, here's the plan. So the gray, no, not the Guilty by Association truck show's coming up in Joplin, Missouri. I think on the 22nd and 23rd. And I plan on going. My wife wants to go to that. And we might even drag the kids. And I'm thinking about coming in that weekend, and that's when I'm going to take the truck in to see what the check engine light's about, and then also get the APU serviced. Trucker Hypocrite says a lot of people have had success with bulletproof coffee. It's actually pretty good. You can make that in your truck as well. Yeah, Trucker Hypocrite, I started doing the coffee thing, but I don't have coconut oil, and someone said I needed that too. I've got the butter and I've got the coffee, but I don't have the other stuff. Daniel says, I went through Shreveport a few days ago and it was so bad through there. Yeah, that just rattles your truck. Bulletproof coffee is the way to go. Yeah. Yeah, because coffee's hard for me to give up. Not that I'm addicted to it, but I just like having a nice warm drink in the morning. When I was on my juice fast, I did the same thing with green tea. Get the free water from the coffee machine at the Pilot, and then just put a couple of tea bags in, and then if tea goes cold, it's no big deal. But I'm surprised there's this many guys in here this late at night. I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. Shout out to Big Billy, Kristen Trucker, Steve Berger, Jeffrey Like. Ike Stevens has been mentioned to me a few times. Thor, the Outcast, he's been mentioned to me a few times. Shout out to those guys. And Kevin and Ollie. Get the brain octane oil, not the coconut oil. See, that's the problem, Trucker Hypocrite Buster, is like when you have 20 people telling you 20 different things, it's hard to kind of, what's right, Let's turn this AC up. And carry gold butter, brain octane oil, and coffee. Yum yum. Let's see what I got here. Is that what you're talking about? Trucker Hypocrite, is that what you're talking about? That's that Kerrygold stuff. I found that. This stuff's expensive, dude. You could buy these 2 sticks cost more than like 2 pounds of the other stuff. And it tastes pretty good, man. I dig it, man. I dig it. I have put this in a cup of coffee, and I put it on my vegetables that I steam. Yeah, it's grass-fed. Yep. Pure Irish butter. Yeah, Hypocrite, I got some. See, guys? See, I told you, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Here's the thing, man. I want to do everything I can to keep from getting surgery. And what's good all this trucking stuff if I can't enjoy my money later? Yeah, it's unsalted. Carlos Del Toro, do you watch South Cal? I've watched a couple of his videos. He did a video basically talk about Coach, and he had some good points about Trucker's Coach. But I do know that he's challenged Jeffrey's numbers, and it just comes down to like both those guys do their businesses different, and I have no, Jeffrey's model is proven to be better for me. So I have that butter in my fridge right now. I'm trying to, LOL. Well, good. Sorry, the AC just kind of. I'll put it on low here. It's acting up, man. Fall is almost here, people. Pumpkin spice stuff is doing its thing. Pumpkin spice everything. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Carlos, I have nothing against South Cal. I've noticed that Trucker's Coach hasn't gone live in a while, and maybe the Kevin Rutherford thing kind of took wind out of his sails. Every YouTuber has a different opinion of different things, and that's, think of YouTube as the great big huge truck stop counter. That's what we are. That's what we are. And everybody has a different way of doing things, and I've got no beef with any of them. So I do know that Jeffrey's numbers work, because without Jeffrey I would have gone under, because I was making a lot of mistakes, and he definitely teaches you how to be successful. So, eggnog coming soon, LOL. Yeah. Butch says, good night, Snowlord. Have a good one. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Butch. Daniel says, last time I heard that Trucker's Coach was only going to go live 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, he did a live video talk about how he wasn't going to do very many live videos. And then he did one after that. But I think he might have pulled that one down. But he's been kind of quiet here lately. I think he's got a lot of things going on in his life that he's having to concentrate on. Siraj says, that's why he's Godfather. Jeffrey Like, yep. Yeah, that Godfather thing. Us Snyder guys, I think, kind of gave him that title. And he just kind of ran with it. Just like Snowlord. A couple friends gave me the Snowlord title, and I just ran with it. So, Latex says, good night. Mike, later, guys. Thanks for watching. I try not to do these hour-long live videos, but it happens. I know that a lot of people are listening to the YouTube videos going down the road. So, I think that's why the hour-long videos are becoming a little bit more popular. But, they wouldn't go an hour if you guys did interact. So, I appreciate it, guys. So, take it easy, and we'll see you on the other side.